Y'all, I'm not going to hold you. So, your kids, pay attention to your children. Pay attention to your children when they're out of your sight. You're going to think I'm talking about the pervert that's, at the store, at the supermarket, the weird person that we're not talking about that. We're talking about at school. Watch your children when they come home from school. What are their behaviors? Did their behaviors change? Watch what they're doing in playtime at home. Watch how they speak to you. If anything has changed, if your child was a quiet kid and calm and reserved, and now your kid coming home crying all the time, your kid is coming home doing inappropriate behavior, they're angry, they're shouting, things like that, something is going on in that school. Even if your child was vocal and so forth, but the language has changed, the language now became cursing and violent, the language now became disrespectful, the language is something other than what it was, something is going on in that school and or the bus. Even if your child was aggressive or just a little bit extra or whatever, but your child is more than extra now, your child is dressing different, want to act different, want their hair different, different in a negative way, something is going on at that school. Pay attention to what is going on in that school, because teachers teach based on the activity of the parents. If the parent is active in the child's life, a teacher's only going to go but so far. Whether it's a mom, dad, whether it's a grandparent, it doesn't matter. When a parent is active in a child's life, the teacher or other school leaders is only going to do but so much, because they know that child has backup. If they know that the parent is inattentive, barely show up to the parent-teacher conferences, barely ask questions, barely make phone calls, then anything and everything will go on. Trust me on it. I don't care if you go to a private school. I don't care if it's a charter. I don't care if it's a lottery school. I don't care what it is. Things will happen, and they will sweep stuff under the rug, and you will not know, and now your kid is acting different, but the problem happened 3-4 months ago, but you wasn't paying attention. And I know we got to work. I know we're busy. I know we're tired. I'm there too. But your kids are suffering. They are out of your sight 6 to 8 hours a day. 6 hours in school, and depending on their transportation to and from, 6 to 8 hours a day. That's a long time for you to not know what's going on. And we're talking about elementary and middle school. High schoolers can tell you, hopefully you have a relationship where they can tell you, and they have phones, so that's a little bit different. But elementary and middle school, technically there's not a whole lot of phones or not a lot of communication back and forth during the day between parents and child. So anything and everything is going on these schools and on these buses. Pay attention to your children. Focus on their behaviors, how they're playing. Are they playing weird? Because everything shows up in their play. How they interact with you and your siblings, your children and stuff like that. How they interact with them. How they interact and start playing with their dolls and toys. Are they beating them up? Are they real violent with them? Are they doing inappropriate play with their toys? Are they touching themselves wrong? What are they doing? Pay attention, because these schools and these buses, I see a lot of stuff. And I weep for these children, but it happens because their parents are not paying attention. So that's my PSA to you. Pay attention to your children. Is it easy? No, but you have to. Who else is going to help